So that's rock music, huh? It's a little different than I imagined.
Really? It's different from what I'd heard before. Could be a relatively new genre of rock, I suppose.
So, how'd you like my performance? Did I dominate this little melon here or what?
Okay, Bull Chugger, you got owned and you know it!
Oh, stop it, you two. I think both of you are sensational.
Hear, hear. Really mind-blowing stuff, guys.
I call it a draw. You're very evenly matched.
You think? Okay, well, what about you, my compadre? Who do you think is the most rock and roll?
Really? Do you really think that?
Fine. My compadre wouldn't lie to me. I can handle the truth. Rock on, Mini Melon. Rock on.
Let's not argue anymore, shall we? Itto and Paimon, you both gave incredibly moving performances. I owe you all an enormous debt of gratitude. Without your help, this music festival never would have happened.
Don't mention it, Jack Attack. Hey, if we hadn't met, I wouldn't even know what the spirit of rock and roll means.
The spirit of rock and roll? So what does it mean? What does it mean for rock music to have a spirit?
It means you rock up, rock out, roll the dice, and roll with the punches. Just like me and Paimon.
Yeah, that's obviously not what it means. Mr. Dvorak, could you please give us the official definition? Someone needs to take this guy down a peg.
An official definition? I don't know that one exists. It's an emotional experience, as though you're hearing your own story speak to you through the music.
Funny you should say that. I was just thinking that the spirit of rock and roll is, well, like the Onikapito in the song, having the courage to grab life by the horns and survive against all the odds. Guess I have a better sense of rock and roll than I thought.
What about you, Yoimiya?
Oh, well, I thought it was gonna be all about that dog, but then the song didn't even mention it, so, was that supposed to be symbolic? Like, if the dog didn't exist, maybe the injured animals didn't either. If there was no injured animals, then that means there was no war, which means the world is at peace.
Oh, so for Yoimiya, the rock and roll spirit is all about world peace.
Me? I hadn't given it all that much thought. I was mostly worrying about whether those paper notes Boss threw into Tenshukaku are going to get him in trouble with the Tenryo Commission.
That must mean that for Shinobu, the rock and roll spirit is about keeping the Arataki gang safe.
Shinobu, seriously, you've got nothing to worry about. If the Raiden Jogan had seen any of those notes, she'd have come to join the party.
Paimon agrees that you don't need to worry. Otherwise, Heizo definitely would have arrested Itto by now. Wait, where is that guy anyway? And where did Kokumi and Goro go?
Oh, Doshin Shikanoin had to run back to the station, so he didn't get the chance to say goodbye to you guys. But he did leave something for you. It's over there. As for the other two, they couldn't stick around because they had a government meeting to get to. They did ask me to pass on their regards, though.
The fact that these busy people all made time to attend the party is telling. Clearly, Itto wasn't exaggerating about the stature of the Arataki gang. Itto, what can I say? It's truly been an honor to work with you.
Well, Jack Attack, I can't take all the credit. Let's not forget the Traveler's part in all this. A lot of people showed up because they knew he'd be here. If we do this again, we gotta make sure we find a way to get him on stage. How's that sound, compadre? Get that rock and roll spirit ready, because next time it'll be your turn to rock our collective socks off.
Your Excellency, I believe the Tenryo Commission detective is...
Don't worry about it, Goro. The Puppy Union was a joint venture between us and the Yashiro Commission. If we can maintain secrecy, then all the better for it. But that was never the main goal. We saved some lives, and that's what matters.
I was more worried about the potential impact on your reputation, Your Excellency. After all, some of the lives we've saved belong to the Shogunate. If someone with an agenda finds out, it could cause an uproar.
Don't worry. There might be a way to make it work out in our favor.
Really? How?
Times have changed. We and Narukami Island are supposed to be working together now. So it's not necessarily a bad thing if people discover that we were already cooperating with the Yashiro Commission even during the war.
I see.
Goro, if you want my opinion, you should be more concerned about Miss Hina than you are about this.
Miss Hina? What makes you say that?
I hear she works for That's Life magazine as well. She's young, popular, pretty, and she seems to be just as good at offering comfort to people in need as you are. So it looks like you have some competition.
Understood, Your Excellency. I will work hard to stay ahead of the competition.
I learned something new today. I never knew that the Hydro Nation's rock music had the power to stir up lightning.
Miko, a few days ago, some strange paper notes flew into Tenshukaku, demanding that I hand over the dog. So I am here to see what on earth it was all about.
I just assumed you must have gotten yourself a pet puppy.
As it happens, I also received an invitation letter via Sara. I've never heard the name Arataki before, but they must be one of my subjects, and so I thought, why not grant them their wish?
Ah, so you came here to make a little Oni's wish come true, So tell me, how do you plan to respond to the Fontanian musician? It sounded to me like his music was commenting on the war.
The war. I'm not sure we can give him the answer he would hope for. But if nothing else, I know that we must avoid another war at all costs. The people cannot be made to suffer like that again.
But what if the bigger war comes to pass? What then?
If it cannot be avoided, then I will have no choice but to fight.
Well, if that day comes, I'm sure that everyone here tonight will fight by your side.